Hey guys, welcome back. So on this one, we'll talk about trend line in a downtrend. Trend line in a downtrend. So a trend line in a downtrend serves as a dynamic resistance to that downtrend. The trend line serves as a dynamic resistance to a downtrend. So first, we have a downtrend like this. Okay, so you are going to only connect the for you to draw a trend line in a downtrend, you are connecting the lower highs together. So make sure you are connecting up to two lower highs together. Make sure you are connecting up to two lower highs together. So if you can connect more than two lower highs, then that is fine. Okay, but the list is two lower highs. Okay, so now here's how you do it. So let's say I'm seeing a possible connection of this, this idea. So let's say I'm seeing a possible connection like from right here. Now remember what I mentioned that I said never force a trend line. Okay, so I'm trying to get this really straight. Do not force your trend line. Okay, do not force your trend line. Okay, so this is really not that straight, but right, just get the message. We'll get to the live chat, you're going to see it. So now I'm connecting 1, 2, 3 and almost 4. Okay, so this means that I'm having a valid trend line. Okay, so now this is serving as a resistance to this downtrend. Now remember, your trend line is used to detect a trend, to know if you are having a trend, whether uptrend or downtrend. Now for an uptrend, it is a dynamic support, and then for a downtrend, it is a dynamic resistance to the downtrend. Now trend line serves as a dynamic resistance to a downtrend. Okay, now here you have the resistance, dynamic resistance right here. So okay, so if you are interested, if you really want to get where you are buying from, means you need another trend line at the bottom right there. You need another trend line at the bottom right there. So that other trend line will be called your channel line. So it should be your support channel line. So you need a channel line, and this channel line is going to serve as a support to you. Okay, so now you are connecting this also, and it must connect at least two lower lows together. At least two lower lows together. If it connects more than two, then you are fine. So two or more lower lows, that's the rule. Two or more lower lows. Okay, so you draw it down. Okay, so now you notice something, that this down one is serving as a dynamic support, but actually this is your channel line. Okay, now it's serving as a dynamic support. Now that you've placed the channel line, you can see that the price is moving in a tunnel. The price is moving right here. So now after the first two touches up here, 1, 2, then you be able to spot your trend line, or you've been able to spot your trend. So let's say the market gets to this resistance again you are going to be selling right on the resistance, and then you can be buying on the support. So as the market gets to the support, you buy here, stop loss right here, and then you take profit when it gets to, before it gets to this trend line up here. Wait for the market to come back down to this area, find support again, you buy, stop loss, take profit before it gets to this upper resistance again. So wait for the trend line again, wait for the market again to drop down to the lower trend line, which is the support, then you buy, stop loss, and then you take profit right here. But remember one thing, that in a downtrend, the market does not provide you much chance to buy. So when you are trading in a downtrend, you make sure you are trading the retracement just as this, and when you are trading retracement, you see that you are not really going to be having all the chances to take, some reasonable amount of profit, right? So do not try to force it. If you see that the expected profit is too small, then you can go ahead with another coin actually, and move on. So it doesn't take you anything to wait for a perfect setup. Okay, so always try to wait for a perfect setup before you decide to enter the market. Okay, great. So if you will have a breakout of this trend line to look like this, so let's say the market breaks out from the resistance, and remember what happens when the resistance is broken. If you are not able to buy immediately at this breakout here, which would be an aggressive entry, if you're not able to buy at that resistance there, so you wait for the market to retest the broken resistance, and then if the market retests and finds support there, goes back up, before this market starts going back up, once you've seen a healthy, strong, bullish candle after this retracement telling you that this market has found support, then you can buy right here, stop loss right here, and then you ride to the next possible resistance. So probably this area is going to be where the market is going to resist next, so you sell off before the market gets to that area, wait for retracement, you buy again, you move, sell off before it gets to this other one. Okay, so you repeat same thing. So let's quickly see this. Okay, so this is a downtrend. Okay, all right, so we're seeing lower high, let's see, right? So let me try to connect. So I'm going to be using Trendline tool. Let's see, I'm starting from right here, so I'm looking forward to connect two or more comfortably without forcing anything. So clearly I can connect 1, 2, and you see, so I'm fine right here. Okay, so my trend line has been broken, so I'm waiting for a proper retest of this broken trend line, and then I can join the market, back up. Okay, so I'm waiting for the market to try as much as possible to retest this trend line, to retest this broken trend line, and then gives me anything like a sign of finding support down there, then I can buy and want to sell at this area. Now if I'm going to mix this with my horizontal line, it will make perfect sense. So now let's see. So let's say for example, okay, so here's the this is the current movement of the market, right? Current price movement. Okay, so now this was the last resistance around there. So now probably we are expecting the market to retest this broken resistance here. and also the market can really stretch down to almost getting to the trend line, to the broken trend line. So however, if this market retests this one, it means it has retested this broken trend line, and also it also means it has retested this horizontal resistance right here, and it will be turned into support. And then if you're buying from anywhere around here, so let's, for example, you're buying from anywhere around here, then your stop loss around somewhere like here, and then your take profit is going to be at the next resistance that is above this horizontal line here, this most recent one here. So at the next resistance, you can see clearly is this one. Okay, this is the next resistance moving forward, this one. Okay, so I'm going to put my horizontal line, another one down there. Okay, alright, so I'm going to be selling at that area. So if I'm buying right here, now sell price 1 here for 10%, then sell price 2 finally right here. And I'm going to get this before the market, that I'm going to get this, that is if this market decides to keep keep up with the uptrend, right? So if this market retraces from right here, if this market rejects this price right here, it has to come down to retest this area. And if it retests this area, okay, if it retests this area and finds support around there, it has to go back again. And if it's still in an uptrend, if it still wants to do that uptrend, then it breaks this resistance here. Now this is the next resistance, more likely to hold the market. So now I'm not saying that this market will just move straight as this arrow, okay? So there might be a little up and down movement, but over time it will make this kind of movement. So probably you can see up to this 30% if this market is about going for an uptrend. Okay, so now imagine wanting to go long on this using a 7% stop loss and aiming for 30% profit. That's that is super cool, right? So now if I decide to put up my trend line, for example, if I feel that okay, yes, this is how the market is going to move, so you can see a low here and my projected 2 lows right here I drag to the future. So let's see if this make actual sense. Okay, so I'm expecting this one touch and then the second touch. Okay, the second touch, another touch might be around here than this one. Okay, so this will be that I'm having so this is like me just trying to project trying to predict how the market is going to move. Okay, so there's another downtrend right here. Pick up a trend line tool, and I feel there's a trend right here, so I can do this, connecting 1, you can see 2, okay, connecting 1, 2 here, and 3 here. So now the market breaks out, retest, and moved up. So we still have let's see, we still have something. Okay, now here's another downtrend, so I can connect from like right here. Okay, so I can really do this nice. So 1, 2 and 3. So if I still want to make use of this, I can do this. So I can 1 and 2. So this is a valid one. See, there's no limit to the amount of trend line you draw or you like to draw. Okay, so we have trend also. Okay, so then here we have an uptrend market right here. If I decide to make it a little bit closed, so you can see I'm always looking out to connect. The tip of these candles. So you try not to force a trend line if it's really not looking nice, for you. You just change and try somewhere else. So you still have a trend line and still put up a trend line here and connecting 1, 2, then I have 3. Okay, so if I wanted to buy after this first and the second touch, I'd have bought here to profit before here. That's 11%. My stop loss would have been somewhere around 6%. I'm going for around 11%. That would have been nice. Okay, so that is how to make use of Trendline. I hope you really get 1 or 2 new things from this video. So this is another trend here, then this is another trend here. Okay, so you can see if you want to draw a trend line here, try to connect these lows together. Try to connect the lows together. Okay, so just you're working with the lows and then tip of the candlestick 1, 2, and 3. So you have a valid trend line. So if I'm wanting to connect the highs of this one, so I can just connect from here down to like right here, and I'm still going to have a valid channel line. Okay, so all right, thank you guys. I'll see you guys on